Hey, it's ALEXI NEOCLEOUS here, and I have something a bit different that I want to do for you today. I'm going to walk you through a case study that I stumbled across just the other day. And within this case study are going to be many lessons that I hope you can glean from it. Compelling and interesting lessons you can use in your marketing. Now, there's going to be a few things I'm going to show you. The first thing is going to be how to get between 10 to 50 times more money out of your customers and have them love you for it. So it's a pretty big claim, but I'm going to show you through this case study how to make that happen. And we're also going to talk about unique selling propositions, which, as you know, are critically important as the basis of any marketing campaign. But in the context of this case study, I'm going to show you a danger of one particular unique selling proposition, what I perceive to be the most dangerous USP you can possibly have, yet it is so often the most common USP for companies that do extend their unique benefits. So just the other day I was cruising about, and most of my insights and lessons tend to come from me driving in the car, and I saw an advertisement on the side of the road for a website that advertised commission-free real estate sales. Like, commission-free real estate sales? Now that's an interesting promise. I thought, what, are these real estate agents, selling property for free? If so, how are they making their money? So I went to their website and I had a look, and what it is, it's a for sale by owner service that's supported by real estate agents, that's guided by real estate agents. So if I want to sell my own property, these people have different packages ranging in price from $169 to $699. And they'll send you out the forms, and depending on which package you want, you can either get advertising and domain and realestate.com and stuff like that. But the point is, you do it yourself, but you have a real estate agent that's licensed guiding you through the process. So here's the first lesson, and this is where the dangers of this USP come along. Commission-free real estate. Now that's a great promise, and it's a great USP, I think, at this time, because I've actually never personally seen that done at this time. But it's incredibly dangerous because there are thousands and thousands and thousands of agents across this state and many more thousands across the country. Now, it would not take much for a licensed real estate agent to compete with this website. I mean, once they get their licensing, it's a matter of packaging up all these forms, bundling it up into a product and offering the service. Now, that's a big problem for this website that I saw advertised, because there is a very low barrier to entry. So here's the lesson. If you have a unique selling proposition that's geared around low price or around an offer, unless the mechanics of your business are so compelling, unless the mechanics of your business are so unique, where you can actually deliver that low price or that unique offer in a way that none of the competition can, then you've got yourself a strong USP. But in this case here, it would take, I would imagine, very little work, at least comparatively speaking, for other unique selling propositions, for a real estate agent to swipe this idea, to get into business as a competitor and start to steal market share. Now, a great example of a company that has low prices built into the mechanics of their business is Walmart. Now, Walmart has a massive presence in the States, and rightly so. Their entire operation, their entire business is geared towards low prices. So it's very hard to compete against Walmart, even if you wanted to. So there's your first lesson there, to do with the dangers of this particular unique selling proposition. If you've got a low price USP or an offer price USP, I would seriously consider changing directions unless the mechanics of your business are built in such a way that no one can swipe you very easily. Now here's the second lesson. It has to do with my initial promise and how to get 10 to 50 times more out of your customers and have them love you for it. When I saw this website, the advertising for this website, I thought, wow, this is a great way for a full service agency charging between 1.5% to say 2% commissions to get leads. This could be a great way to get business in the door. Now, what I'm about to show you is what I call switching channels. And this is about getting people to buy something else that you're offering that wasn't what they initially wanted to buy. Therefore, switching channels. Here's how it works. So in this website example, here's what I would do if my ultimate goal was to make my prospects or make my market switch channels and to move into full service. First thing that I'd do is I'd offer lots of free information on the website. It'd be free reports, free videos, downloads, stuff like that. And as soon as my market starts to take some sort of action, I would start to lead score them, start to attribute a value to each action. My goal would be, with attributing lead scoring, would be to identify the prospects that are most likely to go full service and to identify them as soon as possible. Now, how I'd go about that would encompass, like I said, giving lead scoring to different actions, but also based upon when they take those actions. So let's say, for example, a prospective client calls in and says, I'd like to take you up on your offer, give me the 169 package or whatever. One of the rules that I would have would be, how quickly do they take action once they receive the forms? Because anyone that gets the forms and then diddle-daddles for a month is probably more predisposed to the full service agency than someone that doesn't. Why? Well, you know, selling property, there's a whole bunch of legalities and forms you've got to fill out, and none of it's fun. I don't think anybody likes to fill out forms. So I'd be thinking straight away, there'd be people that will receive all the forms, the big stack of forms and all the work they've got to do, and look at it and go, is this what I've got to do? This is not fun. And so therefore they'd hit information overload and would say to themselves, let me put it to the side. I'd want to identify those people as soon as possible, because then what I do is I would strategically get them onto an orientation call. Now that orientation call, there's different ways to go about it. I would put under the title or a title on the lines of a quick start orientation call or a get unstuck orientation call. My real goal for that call would be to get them across to full service. That would be my ultimate goal. Of course, during that call, I would impart value and help them fill out the forms and so on. But really, I'd be building up the pain, ramping up the pain, really dimensionalizing the cost of not taking action. And then once that pain is built up, segue across into a very soft pitch for full service. Now, keeping in mind, before that orientation, in all the forms that I send through, there would always be little hints and little mentions of the full service agency. I wouldn't be too aggressive with it, but I'd have it there on their radar to raise their awareness, so that by the time they get to a point where that prospect has concluded for themselves, this is too much work, the idea of full service is already in their mind. And if I'm emailing content and sending emails through and SMSs around stories of people that have done full service, or news about the market, or any sort of information that can help people take action sooner, then they're going to be more likely to just say, get this done for me. There's something else that I would do too. And this ties in with planting seeds to get people across to full service. And it's simply this. I would make my customer service so extraordinarily over the top that they felt so comfortable with me and my team that when discussions of full service popped up, they already trust us as a service provider. Okay, you get that? That's really important. So when it comes time to selling full service, they're already trusting us. Now they're just thinking, do I want full service or not? Do I want those benefits? The goal here, ultimately, is to let the prospect get to a point, or just imagine, better yet, boiling water. You put the water on the stove, you turn the temperature up, and as the water gets hotter and hotter, this is akin to the prospect getting more and more frustrated with the process of paperwork, feeling the inconvenience of, wow, you know, I haven't really done this yet. Getting frustrated with themselves at the paperwork sitting there on the coffee table, but they haven't followed through yet. And then as the water rises to the boiling point, you come along with the orientation call and say, you know what, you really need full service. And if the timing is right, and if the lead scoring has been done accurately, then the conversion on that orientation call should be really, really high. And then you have a situation where you're getting between 10 to 50 times out of each customer and loving you for it, because the average commission is, say, 1.75%. On 500 grand, what's that, turn about 7.5 grand or something. So that's quite a lot of extra money out of that prospect, money over and above what they expected to spend initially. Now, I've gone through this case study to give you a bit of an inside peek into how my mind thinks, because in the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing the Instant Sales Roundtable. And that's where myself and 10 business owners will get together and over 3 days, we'll dissect and analyze each business's lead generation, each business's conversion funnels, and each business's back-end funnel. So imagine for 3 days, if I had to summarize this, 3 days, me doing this with you and 9 other business owners and dissecting your USP, dissecting all your lead generation funnels, dissecting your video sales letters, dissecting your brochures and your ad copy, and not only that, providing you with actual rewrites on the spot, or showing you how to rewrite them on the spot as well. So you walk out with my goal being, and this is an ambitious goal admittedly, an entire re-engineered marketing funnel. So if that sounds like something you could be interested in, it's really easy to get in contact with us. Just email Sophie at SOPHY, and then the letter M, so Sophie M, at marketingbump.com. That's Sophie M for Mary at marketingbump.com. Tell her you're keen and you want to know more about the workshop, and she'll organise for us to have a chat on Skype or on the phone, and we can work out together if instant sales is the right thing for you at this time. If you have any questions at all at this stage, please send them through. I receive all the emails and I answer them to them all personally. And until next time, this is ALEXI NEOCLEOUS.